Welcome, everyone, to the Dallas Cowboys news channel, your ultimate source for all things related to America's team. This is your dedicated Portal Dallas Cowboys news fan bringing you the latest insights, rumors, and analyses that keep you connected to the heartbeat of the franchise. Today, we're diving deep into a name that, while perhaps a long shot, embodies the kind of impact player the Cowboys defense desperately needs: Christian Wilkins. His recent blockbuster signing with the Las Vegas Raiders sent ripples across the league, but it doesn't stop us from dreaming and analyzing what his presence would mean for the star. Christian Wilkins is not just any defensive tackle. He's a force multiplier, a dominant interior presence who excels against both the run and the pass. For years, the Dallas Cowboys have grappled with inconsistencies on their defensive line, particularly when it comes to containing powerful running backs and generating consistent interior pressure. While Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence wreak havoc off the edge, a true game wrecker in the middle can elevate the entire unit to an entirely new level. This is precisely what Christian Wilkins brings to the table. His ability to anchor the run defense, occupy multiple blockers, and still push the pocket is a rare combination that few players possess. Imagine Wilkins stuffing runs up the middle, freeing up linebackers to make plays, and forcing quarterbacks into uncomfortable situations. This kind of impact could transform the Cowboys' defense from good to truly elite. Last season, Wilkins had a career year with the Miami Dolphins, showcasing his full capabilities. His disruptive plays often didn't show up directly in the sack numbers, but his relentless motor, incredible strength, and high football IQ were evident on every snap. He consistently pressured quarterbacks, collapsed pockets, and made crucial tackles for loss. For a team like the Cowboys, who have invested heavily in their defense but still seek that missing piece to solidify their championship aspirations, a player of Wilkins' caliber represents the ideal target. He embodies the physical and mental toughness required to compete at the highest level, and his leadership qualities would undoubtedly rub off on younger players in the locker room. The vision of Wilkins lining up alongside Parsons and Lawrence is one that would send shivers down the spines of opposing offensive coordinators. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Christian Wilkins just signed a massive 4-year, $110 million contract with the Las Vegas Raiders, with $84.75 million guaranteed. This makes acquiring him for the Dallas Cowboys an extremely challenging, if not impossible, proposition in the immediate future. A trade would be necessary, and the compensation required to pry him away from the Raiders so soon after such a significant investment would be astronomical, likely involving multiple high-round draft picks and potentially other valuable players. Furthermore, the Cowboys' own salary cap situation, which is always a delicate balance, would make absorbing such a colossal contract incredibly difficult. While the Cowboys front office has shown a willingness to make big moves in the past, a trade for Wilkins right now would require an unprecedented level of commitment and creativity, pushing the boundaries of what's financially feasible. However, in the world of the NFL, impossible is a strong word. Situations change rapidly. Teams undergo leadership shifts, strategic realignments, and unexpected roster overhauls. While highly unlikely in the short term, one could hypothetically envision a scenario a few years down the line where the Raiders' plans don't align, or they enter a rebuilding phase, making Wilkins potentially available. Or perhaps, the Cowboys manage their cap brilliantly in future seasons, creating space for such a move if the opportunity ever arose. The strategic fit is so perfect that it's worth discussing, even if the current logistical hurdles are immense. The desire for a truly dominant interior defensive lineman has been a recurring theme for the Cowboys, and Wilkins checks every single box. His presence would not only elevate the performance of the defensive line but also provide more opportunities for the pass rushers on the edge, as offenses will be forced to dedicate more resources to blocking him. This synergistic effect is what truly makes a player like Wilkins a game changer. Furthermore, consider the psychological impact. Bringing in a player of Wilkins' stature would send a clear message across the league into the Cowboys fan base. This team is serious about winning a Super Bowl. It demonstrates a commitment to addressing critical weaknesses and an aggressive pursuit of championship-caliber talent. While the Cowboys have traditionally built through the draft, supplementing that strategy with calculated, high-impact veteran acquisitions is a path many successful teams have taken. Wilkins represents that ideal veteran complement, a proven performer who brings intensity, leadership, and a relentless drive to win every snap. He embodies the kind of player that can single-handedly shift momentum in crucial games, making the plays that turn losses into wins. In conclusion, while Christian Wilkins currently dons the silver and black of the Las Vegas Raiders and his contract makes an immediate move to Dallas highly improbable, his fit with the Dallas Cowboys is undeniable. He represents the pinnacle of what the Cowboys need on their defensive interior, a dominant, game-changing force who would elevate the entire defensive unit. The dream of seeing him where the star is compelling, even if the pathway to that reality is incredibly narrow at this moment. The discussion around Wilkins highlights the type of talent the Cowboys should always be pursuing, players who can truly move the needle and transform a good team into a great one. We at Portal Dallas Cowboys News Fan will continue to monitor all the developments around the league and bring you the most relevant and exciting news. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates, rumors, and in-depth analyses as we follow every step of the Dallas Cowboys journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to never miss a moment of the action. Man, what a ride it is being a Cowboys fan, right? Every single offseason, we're just glued to our phones, hoping for that one big move that's gonna push us over the edge. And let me tell you, when I hear names like Christian Wilkins thrown around, even hypothetically, my heart just starts pounding. I mean, holy cow, can you imagine that guy in a star? It's the kind of dream scenario that keeps us going through all the ups and downs. Look, I know what you're thinking. He just signed with the Raiders. It's impossible. And yeah, I get it. A massive contract. Just think, it makes it super tough. But a fan's got a dream, right? And when you look at what Wilkins brings, it's exactly what this defense has been missing. We've got Micah, who's an absolute freak of nature, and DeMarcus Lawrence still holding his own. But that interior pressure, that run-stuffing dominance, that's where we've been vulnerable. How many times have we seen opposing running backs just gash us up the middle? Too many. That's how many. Wilkins isn't just some run stuffer though. He's a disruptor. He causes chaos. He commands double teams, which frees up our edge rushers even more. Think about the possibilities. If you've got Wilkins eating up blocks in the middle, Micah Parsons is going to be even more unleashed. He'd be practically unblockable. Our linebackers, who are already flying around, would have even clearer lanes to make plays. It would elevate the entire defense instantly. You talk about taking us from good to truly elite, from a playoff team to a legitimate Super Bowl contender? That's what a player like Wilkins does. He's that missing puzzle piece, the one you've been searching for under the couch cushions. Watching him play with the Dolphins, you just saw the relentless motor, the sheer power. He's got that mean streak you love in a defensive lineman. He's not afraid to get dirty, to battle in the trenches. That's the kind of attitude we need more of. It's not just about the stats, it's about the presence. It's about knowing that on third and short, or in the red zone, he's going to be there, making a difference. That's leadership by example, and it filters down through the whole unit. So yeah, he's with the Raiders. And yeah, it's probably a pipe dream right now. But if there's one thing I've learned as a Cowboys fan, it's that you never say never in the NFL. Things change. Teams rebuild. And if, by some miracle, Wilkins ever became available down the line, I'd want our front office to be all over it like a hawk. It would be a statement. It would show we're serious. It would show we're willing to do whatever it takes to bring that Lombardi trophy back to Dallas. A guy can hope, right? And until then, I'll keep dreaming of that star on his helmet. Come on, Cowboys!